These are the top 5 meta SMGs in Escape from Tarkov. First, we're going to be looking at the MPX, the 9mm Vector, the 45 Vector, the MP7, and the P90. Alright, the first gun we're going to look at is the MPX. First thing you're going to want to do on the MPX is you're going to want to change the pistol grip to the growl. You're going to want to change the stock to the SIG, and then you're going to want to put on an ARE buffer tube with a Daniel defense and the small butt pad for better ergo. After that, you're going to want to put in the drum for that higher capacity and change the charging handle to the MPX SCH, giving it 1 extra ergo, and then you're going to want to add your 1 extra ergo iron sights, not on the front yet though, because then we're going to change the barrel. We're going to change it to the 10.5 and change the handguard to the Midwest, the MPX not that one. Sorry, the 10.5 inch Midwest. And then we're going to change the suppressor to the Illusion 9. On the bottom of the gun, we're going to add the SE5. And then on the sides, we're going to add the M-Lock rails on both sides for the extra 1 ergo they each give you. And you're going to put whichever flashlight or weapon attachment you want on it. I like to go with the Balder Pro. And on the front, don't forget to add your other iron sight. Then we're going to add whichever holo you like. I like the XPS-0. But using this more for close range, add a holo. But you can get out there with the MOA on this if you... It does have pretty bad MOA. But it'll still do okay at further ranges, but nothing past more medium range. But I like to use it more up close because it is an SMG. But that's the best build you can get for the MPX. Alright, next one we're going to look at is the Vector, the 9mm Vector. First thing you're going to want to do on the 9mm Vector is add the 50 round drum. This just gives you better capacity because the fire rate is so high at 950 RPMs. Underneath, you're going to want to add an SE5. And then you're going to want to keep the short barrel. There is a longer barrel, and you can put on an extension, but it's better ergo, and it makes really no difference if you put on the longer barrel. It just takes ergo away. So you're going to want to leave on the shorter barrel, and you're going to put on the Osprey 9. And on the iron sights, it usually, I think the Vector already comes with iron sights that give +1 ergo. Yeah, it does. So you're not even going to need to change those. On the top, I like to put an XPS-0 or the Delta Point. The Delta Point is good if you're doing like closer ranges, but it just has a slightly bigger reticle because it's not a dot, it's a triangle. But I do like it because it just feels snappy to me. More snappy than an XPS-0, but I do like the XPS-0. And then on the back, you're going to want to add the stock adapter. You want to add the ARE and then the Daniel defense with the smaller butt pad for that better ergo. And that's the... Oh, and on the side, don't forget your laser attachment. Once again, the Balder Pro. And that's the Meta Vector. That's the best you can get on the Vector, the 9mm. Alright, moving on to the 45 Vector. On the 45 Vector, exactly the same as the 9mm Vector. It just only has 30 round mags. But it does have a faster fire rate, but it shoots 45 ACP, which is doing a lot more damage. You generally don't need as many bullets as 9mm does to pen. You're going to want to put on the 45 suppressor, whichever laser attachment of your choice, like the Balder Pro. It already comes with +1 ergo, iron sights usually. And then I just like to throw on the XPS-0, and then same stock as the 9mm with the ARE and the Daniel defense with the smaller butt pad. And that's the best 45 Vector you can get. Alright, moving on to the MP7, specifically the MP7A2. There is a black MP7, but it comes with a built-in foregrip, and it's just slightly worse, but if you do find it, it's still worth using and modding. But on the tan one, you're going to want to add the SE5. I actually like to add the tan SE5 because it just looks better. And then I like to run the 40 rounders. If you have access to them, they are slightly more expensive than the 30s. But if you have access, that extra 10 bullets really makes a difference on this gun. And the stock, you'll usually see the stock folded when you find them. Just unfold it. It gives you, it just makes it better. And then you're going to want to add that +1 ergo on the sights. I like to add the tan ones because they look cooler. And then on the scope, I mean, the XPS 0 is good, but it is a tan gun, so you got to go with the tan XPS 0. And then on the front, add your suppressor. On the side, add your laser flashlight attachment. I like to go with the Balder Pro. And that's the best MP7 you can make. Really good on labs, really good close range. I like using it. It has really good ammo, FMJSX. Easy to get, very good ammo. Alright, last up here we got the P90. With the P90, you're really not doing much with the P90. I like to add the larger butt pad because it doesn't take away from ergo. It does add a bit of weight, but it's literally no weight. And it takes away recoil. So if you have access to it, it is very worth to get. Don't add on a longer barrel, just add the suppressor. On the top, I like to put the lowest one you can get, and then go with the XPS 0, and on the side, add on a rail, and the Boulder Pro. That's all you gotta do for the P90. That's the best P90 you can make. Thank you for watching. Those were the top 5 meta SMGs in Escape from Tarkov patch 0.16.6.